the diva thing we can play into. I mean, it's not something that I connect to, but for you, it's been a huge part of your...
Give us diva moments sometimes, Megan.
Don't even moments do I give you?
Don't act like you. It's also the visual. It's the visual. Let's pretend that you weren't so beautiful and didn't have the whole thing and didn't often have gorgeous ensembles. You wouldn't get as much diva stuff. I don't care. I'm like, when I can, I'm going to give you diva.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And let's get into this conversation right now. We are going to be talking about Meghan Markle again. And she recently interviewed Mariah Carey on her hit podcast on Spotify called Archetypes. And again, Meghan Markle made it about her. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this because I said in my previous conversation about Meghan Markle, if something comes up that triggers me a little bit, then we will probably be discussing her here. But it wasn't my intention to come back this quickly to discuss this, but it made the rounds. It made the social media headlines and the news headlines online that Meghan Markle got offended and got her feathers ruffled when she was interviewing Mariah Carey, and Mariah Carey called her a diva. And here's why I wanted to talk about this, because she's made it known in her statements since this podcast interview aired that Mariah Carey meant it as a compliment. She meant it as a compliment. But Meghan Markle, she had to let it be known to the public that she was offended in some way. And she really was like, I can't believe that she called me that. She had to let us know about it. And as Meghan Markle does in her fashion of doing so, she makes herself out to be the victim. And that's why I wanted to talk about this again. So Meghan Markle's statement regarding this was that she says, as things evolved in the past, 20 years, it became like a diva means you're a successful woman, usually, but also a bitch. And that's what Mariah Carey said. But she said, it's not okay for you to be a boss. It's not okay for you to be a strong woman. And that's what Mariah Carey is basically saying about the diva thing, how it wasn't okay to be that, but over the years it's become something that's become empowering, and you kind of want to be seen as a diva in some way. But let's be clear. Just like some people have made bitch become cool, I'm still not somebody that wants to be called that, especially having a lot of dogs. Well, I don't. My husband has a lot of dogs. Bitches are female dogs, literally. So I would never want someone to call me a bitch. But some people have made it cool, and they don't mind being called that, and they've made it into something empowering. And if that's what you want to be, then that's fine. But it still has a very negative connotation when it comes to females, because when you're angry with someone and you call them that, then they know that you mean that in a negative way, especially when a man calls a woman a bitch. And even when a man or a female calls a man a bitch, that's definitely seen as a negative thing. Okay. But when Meghan had to let everyone know how she felt at first about Mariah Carey calling her that, this is what she says. She says, she meant diva as a compliment, but I heard it as a dig. In that moment, as she explained to me, she meant it as chic, as aspirational, and how one very charged word can mean something different for each of us. It's mind-blowing to me. And it's like, okay. And then, she continues to go on about how Mariah Carey was someone that she really admired, but when she first heard her call her that, in that moment, she was offended. So it's like, why are you letting us know this? Why do you, after interviewing this person that you say you admire so much and that you really just see in high regard, and you feel like you have so much in common with her, especially the fact that they're both of mixed ethnicities, and how she looked up to her, for that. Why did you even have to come out and let us know that? And it's because Meghan Markle loves to be known as a victim, even if it's for a moment. So the statement that she made that just really triggered me to create this episode was that how she felt when she heard Mariah Carey call her a diva. She says, "You couldn't see me, obviously, but I started to sweat a little bit. I just kept thinking in that moment, was my girl crush coming to a quick demise? Does she actually not see me?" And it's like, what? Why are you telling us that? And the fact that, see, this is what I'm getting to. She says, again, I reiterate, she says when she heard Mariah Carey call her that, she says, "I just kept thinking in that moment, was my girl crush coming to a quick demise?" So she's basically saying this person that she claimed that she admires so much, Mariah Carey, that she has so much admiration for, has so much respect for, feels like she has some ethnic things in common with her. This one thing that she called me, a diva, was going to change my opinion of her and, like she says, cause her girl crush to come to a quick demise. So you mean to tell me that this person that you respect and honor so much, because she called you a diva, which I believe that Mariah meant it in every way imaginable, not just the positive, but also the negative too, because it is just the truth. Because Mariah Carey has been a diva in positive and negative ways as well. So if anyone knows that, she knows it, and she stands up in it, and she's gladly done that over the years when it came to her performance riders, the requirements that she would have if she was going to perform at a venue, and all these different things, and the things that would be required to have her as a performing guest. She makes that well known. Like the last relationship that she was in, I believe it was supposed to end in marriage, and it did not. So she sued her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend now. She sued him for a whole lot of money for wasting her time and all of those different things. And that's a diva thing. I'm not knocking it, but it is. So if anyone knows what a diva is, it's Mariah Carey. And Meghan Markle, she just loves to be the victim. It's been well documented about her and Kate. Kate, whether you like Kate or not, I'm not here to cape, C-A-P-E, for Kate, K-A-T-E. But the truth of the matter is that Kate is going to be the queen someday. She is married to the soon-to-be king. And I'm not a part of that system. I'm in the U.S. I've never been to the U.K. I've never been a part of that system. But that old saying, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. Meghan just continuously wanted to be like, when I'm in the U.K., I'm going to do it as the U.S. does. And she could not acclimate to the system. She was never going to be on Kate's level. And there may be people that love Meghan over Kate and vice versa. And we know that to be the truth, right? But Meghan was never going to be the queen. And she wanted to be seen in the same light and be on the same level as Kate. So she was never going to have the same amount of notice and service and servants and all of these different things that Kate had and has, and that's just the fact of the matter, because Harry was never going to be Prince William. He was never going to be the king. There would have to be some very dire situations that would happen to get him to the point to be king. So it just wasn't going to happen. So the fact that Meghan felt like she should be on the same level as Kate, she just wasn't. But she tried to make herself out to be the victim and make it about her ethnicity. And that is just not the truth. So, and yeah, that society over there, there's definitely a lot of racism that goes on. But Meghan said it herself. We talked about it in a previous conversation. She never even lived her life as an African American woman. She never lived her life like that. She didn't even, in my opinion, really understand the things that her mother may have dealt with, because she was more prone to live in her privilege of being seen, for the most part, as someone who was not an African American woman. And she really was offended when she got her, what they call N-word wake-up call, when she was over there in the UK and had nasty tabloid headlines and people going off on her on social media and making videos about her and commentary about her and all of these different things. And look, she had a privilege that a lot of African American women who have really kinky hair, that don't have the privilege that she has to just blow it out straight and it'll just be straight without a whole lot of effort. She is the consummate victim. So for her to even let us know that she got offended within herself and started to sweat a little bit, like she says, and just thinking that her girl crush on Mariah Carey was coming to a quick demise. That's just how fickle this girl is. She is very, very transparent, very translucent. I see her a mile away, and I just don't have any respect for her at all. I am not hating on her because she has the privileges that she has. She has what she has, and it is what it is. But don't get out here trying to always make it about you. So it's like, is this going to be something that we're going to see every week with every interview that she has had on her podcast? There's going to be something where she's going to relate it back to her. If you're interviewing people, then why is it about you? Why is it everything about you? The first interview was with Serena and she brought it back to her. Then she interviews Mariah Carey and you're bringing it back to you again. I'm over it. But you guys can let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. But again, Meghan Markle making herself out to be the victim as usual, and letting it be known that Mariah Carey pissed her off by calling her a diva. But because Mariah turned around and made it known that, yeah, she called her a diva, but she meant it as a compliment, then it was like, phew, wipe the sweat from morale. Okay, now it's okay. But when I thought that she meant it in a negative connotation, then I was just not here for her or anything that she had to serve ever again, because she offended me. It's always about Meghan. Megan is what a lot of people call her because of the M-E. It's all about me, Meghan. So you guys let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.